Okay, so now it's time to enter in some grades. As you see, I have created a second assignment just to show you a couple of things about what the different kind of entries will do to a student's current grade once you've added them in. Alrighty, first thing I'm going to show you is another really awesome time saver. Alright, at the top of this first assignment for the quiz number 1, I'm going to click on this little box right here that's called our fill down grade box. When you click on it, this box will pop up saying, enter the grade you wish all students to have for this assignment. This comes in handy if you've given an assignment that, 90 to 95% of the class or higher has gotten the same score on. So we're going to think that almost all of the students in Miss Cooper's class received a 10 out of 10 on this quiz. So we're going to click OK after we've typed in 10, and everybody has the same grade. At that point, maybe come back and put in the 9 that Evan scored, the 8 that Hudson scored, and the 9 that Noah scored. Okay? So a little bit of saving of time happens with that tool. Alrighty? Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is vitally important because notice the scores have been entered for this quiz, but their grade itself has not been updated. They all still have zeros. You must click the disc in the upper left-hand corner to save any grades that you have entered. Clicking on there gives you an idea of how your students are doing. Now, you might think to yourself, they've got like 30% and 25%. That is because the second assignment is already there. Okay, it is factored in. We have set it up through our entire district settings that if a grade has been, an assignment has been created, and it is in the gradebook, as our quiz number 2 is, if there's no scores entered, it is treated as a 0. Now, there are ways around this, and I'm going to show you. Alrighty? So our second assignment, you can see, is worth 25 points. I'm not going to use the auto fill grade in for this one, but I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Say Ariana scored a 21. I'm going to enter that. Evan scored at 25. Jordan didn't do it. We're going to leave his blank because he didn't do this assignment. Declan didn't do it either, but for hers instead, we're going to put an I in there instead. And you'll see the difference between leaving it blank and putting in an I there in just a moment. Hudson, we gave him a 24. And John Fowler, let's say he really did mess it up, and we're going to give him that 0. Alrighty, and Noah Gogler, we're going to give him a 25 and so on. Okay, we're going to just do those first 7. Now again, like I said earlier, it's important. Notice the grades didn't change because we didn't click the disc yet. We're going to click on that disc to save now. And let's take a look at what changed and what didn't. In Ariana's, we gave her 21, so it factored in the 10 out of 10 and the 21 out of 25 and gave her an 88. Perfect. Same thing with Evan. He scored a 25, so his grade right now is a 97 for these 2 assignments. Now notice, Jordan, we had left blank. That's like saying he didn't do the assignment, and we're essentially giving him a 0 because it shows it as only a 28.5%. But notice the difference in Declan's. Putting in that I, you know that Declan's going to do the assignment, but she hasn't handed it in yet, so you give her an I. That doesn't worry her by making her think that she's got about a 28.57 like Jordan has. So get in the habit for putting in I's instead of leaving scores blank, okay? Unless, of course, it's like John Fowler and he actually scored a 0. Alrighty? I hope this makes sense. And I hope these 2 videos will help you understand grading a lot better. Hope it helps.